flying so close to where we belong, and we're trying to go somewhere new. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. And I know I'm only getting higher till it feels like I can walk through fire. Trying to step back and see the view from above, 'cause I know that nothing lasts forever. And I try to crack this iceberg open till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. Gonna move the ocean current till the waves flood what's been burning. I wanna make shockwaves. I wanna make shockwaves with you. 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 Shockwaves with you.
Suck me in slow, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night, teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control. watching it end again and again. I feel it in waves, you follow me, drifting to places I should leave. So close to the edge of something so perfect. We were too scared to take the leap. I'm missing the way we used to be. Let me go. Left me in this mess I'm falling. Never know. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. only time will heal. Too late to erase the bad we've done. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me from giving up this fight. Love and hate, we've blurred the lines. I'm giving up this fight. city looks at night. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay while we leave. Stay with me. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay while we leave. Stay with me. brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Woo. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my throat, this a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. It's a war zone. Yeah, feel the impact. Yeah, break it open, leaving nothing fucking intact. Hey yo, you been hacked. You're safe, hard in, but I found it, homie, been cracked. Hey yo, we been back. Your band stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. Hey bitch, you been whacked. I kill 'em all, feel a motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie, say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap, homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trenched out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing, thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down, oh cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop. Yo, this a war zone, homies.
All right. Hello and welcome everybody to Saturday Night Siege. It's me, it's your boy Patchy. We back at it again. We out here looking for some good time. Sorry for the little bit of a wait. We were just waiting for the teams to, get loaded in and stuff. You know how long that can take sometimes. But we're here now. We are ready to start this stuff. It's going to be Frantic6 versus Chill in Rage. And we are going to be here on Coastline, which is a nice little change up. We saw a lot of border the other day. Not too much of a fan of seeing so much border. It's a good map, but it can get a bit monotonous sometimes, especially when you see it like 2 or 3 times in a row. Not that great. So it's good that we're seeing some coastline. This is also a nice, fun map to get gameplay on, so that's always fun. We see the Nomad ban coming out, which is pretty big, and also the Monty. That's a pretty interesting decision, and I'm assuming that's because there are actually viable Monty strats on this map. It's not a very common thing, but you do see sometimes, even pro leagues, people pull out the Monty pick and play the Monty strat, so it definitely is viable, so that ban definitely warranted. Of course, we're going to see the Echo coming out as well. And interesting to see the Nomad get banned. It's a pretty powerful pick, but most teams don't ban her just because they like to play her. So, that's a kind of a pick they don't really like to ban off because it's a kind of comfort pick for a lot of players. So, interesting to see that one came out. Of course, we're going to see the Goyo get banned as well. A little bit of utility taken off the board, obviously trying to get away from the 22nd meta champions. So, yeah, here we are. We're going to see who these teams decide to pick. What kind of lineups we're going to be seeing here. Ashe, Hibana, Buck, Gridlock. Wow, that's a lot of destructive power coming out here for Frantic6. Figure 6 has just that name that it sounds so much like Frantic6 that it just confuses me every time. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's going to be Valkyrie, Jaeger, Doc, Legion, and Wamai on the defense side. So yeah, let's get in this one. Oh, actually, I wanted to do a little bit of swap-a-rooney here. So you can see it's going to be the first floor defense right here towards kitchen. And the reason I think that the Monty ban came out in the first place, you can get a Monty right up here in the doorway or cause a little bit of havoc here on this particular site. So that Monty ban is going to come in pretty handy. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how the defense decide to approach this. Obviously, it's going to be first floor defense, so there's going to be no crazy vertical stuff going on so far as we can see, which is nice because, yeah, that had a little bit of chaos last time we saw any vertical play coming out. So it's good to see that we have a little bit more standard stuff, standard setups going on. Let's have a look and see what the attackers decide to bring out here, because they have a lot of destruction. They got the Ashe, they got the Hibana, they got the Buck, and then of course they brought the Thermite as well, so... Oh, sorry, the Thatcher as well. Looking to do something. Obviously, very quick sort of pace trying to come out here, but the Buck has already gone down. A little bit of fight going on here for Thatcher. Not going to happen. Still alive, so nothing too crazy transpiring just yet. See the Legion here. Just waiting for anyone to start pushing around the side, but so far, nobody really here. Ashe and Thatcher sitting on the top of the roof, trying to pick someone out. There's the first one. Nicely played from the Ashe here. Just biding the time, waiting for someone to get caught out on the rotations, so that's going to be a 1-for-1. Now everyone's got equal players on each side. Jaeger gone down is going to be a pretty powerful pick to take away, considering obviously that Jaeger rifle is pretty strong. The Ashe here desperately trying to take down that camera, eventually going to finally take it down. Ooh, and meanwhile, Hibana going to take out Legion, challenges and wins the fight. He's going to be able to enter from the side here now. Attack is making some good work and good time. They have 1 minute and 25 seconds left on the clock. But the droning is going to come from the Gridlock here, so it has a little bit of information. Going to get a little bit of Legion damage. Meanwhile, a trade comes out. That's going to leave the defenders in a 2v3. Chill and Rage. Oh, Valkyrie not looking in the right direction, going to get taken down as well. That's going to leave everything onto the dock here, and he's going to lose the fight against the gridlock. No chance of a clutch there, and so the attackers are going to win round 1. That was really interesting. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed what I saw pretty much from the start to finish there. I love to see a little bit of destructive capability. Obviously, in Rainbow Six, one of the key sort of elements of the game is being able to destroy stuff. You know, that was kind of a revolutionary thing that games started to do. Like, oh, you can destroy terrain, and obviously Rainbow Six has made a really great competitive game out of that. So, seeing a lot of operators that can destroy stuff is really cool. And of course, when it works out, even better. Obviously, we didn't see much of the actual destructive capability coming out there. Frantic6 sort of just being able to win the gunfights and catch the picks that they needed to get. So we'll see if anything changes this time around. They're going to be picking up that Zofia, a pretty powerful pick as well. And it looks like the defenders are going to be picking this particular bomb site, Kitchen, once again. An interesting decision. We'll see if this becomes a trend. Of course, we saw a couple of matches before the one I was casting many weeks ago. We saw a team pick the same bomb site 5 times in a row. And that's a little bit excessive. 2 times, though, I can definitely get behind. You can see here doing a standard rotation hole there. And reinforcing the first floor all across the board. Pretty standard setup once again. And obviously the team pretty confident in being able to defend this site. If they lose this site again, though, I don't expect them to pick it again. If they do, I'd probably question that decision. I get a little bit of those flashbacks every now and then when I see teams losing on a site and then just picking it again and again and again. So we'll see how they decide to approach this one. Obviously, Chill and Rage, they're feeling confident that they can fix the mistakes of the first round. So let's see if that is indeed the case. Chill and Rage have decided to bring a Maestro here. Ooh, Legion is the apex right here. 2 players right at the doorway, flashing him out. Not going to be able to see anything. Going to spam through the wall. Well, sorry, not through the wall, but through the vision blocking. Ooh, and a really great P coming out from Mozzie there. That's going to take down Cloudy. That's going to leave the attackers in a really bad situation here. It's a 2v5, and we still have 2 minutes left on the clock. Suddenly, Frantic6 find themselves on the back foot of a round that they won just 1 round ago. Make that a 1v5. The Ash, the last one left alive, getting taken down by Reds there. And they, Chill and Rage, just decide to jump straight outside. But Ash is going to get caught by the crossfire. I thought maybe they were going to get a cheeky peek there, but the angles were held. The Jaeger was there. And yeah, that was just a well-played round from Chill and Rage. So yeah, that was well played. Obviously they fixed the mistakes. Like I said, they knew what they were doing there. They were like, all right, well, we'll just adjust a little bit and we'll win this one. So it's 1-1. Chill and Rage and Frantic6 both on that 1 point. It is a BO1. That means that whoever wins this map goes forward into the next finals. So we're going to see Castle, Smoke, Mute, Jaeger, and Legion getting picked up here for the 2nd floor, Hookah Lounge and Billiards Room. We're going to see the Legion's 6th pick for the Mozzie, and I was actually just about to talk about that. I was almost about to say it's interesting that we don't see the Mozzie Mute, but we do see the Mozzie Mute. And the Mozzie Mute, yep, we all know it's powerful. We know what it can do. That drone denial is huge. The gadget denial, of course, is there as well. There's a lot of zone control that you can kind of information denial control that you can get out of the Mozzie Mute combo. So definitely not uncommon here. We can see the traditional spots getting opened up here so that they have a nice angle onto the staircase. And of course, from one bomb site to the other. Never reinforce between bomb sites, guys. It doesn't work. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. Make rotation holes from bomb site to bomb site. That way you can hold all of them from one single angle. Or go from one side to the other when you need to, hey? Cool tips with Patchy. In any case, they're going to be reinforcing that main wall there. Don't want any spicy plays from the outside. Of course, the attackers can get in there. Now, we are going to be seeing the deployment of the shields from the smoke. A little bit of extra util going down. Obviously, Goya getting banned out, so they don't have all of that value that could potentially come out from shield deploying operators. Now let's see if the second floor continues to work out. Ooh, really cheeky angle being held here by the Mozzie. Not going to really come to any fruition right now. Thatcher doing a little bit of work to try and deny some of the electronics on the defending team. Ooh, enemy detected outside. Let's see who it is. Actually playing up here again, but not catching out any rotators just yet.
A bomb has been located.
Now the Ash and the Thatcher are going to be here towards... Ooh, there goes Cloudy. Thatcher just kind of rushing in and getting taken down immediately there. Frantic6 also going to go down, so it's a 3v5 already. The attackers on the back foot. They need to kind of get their stuff going. They've lost some of that momentum that they had going in the first round. And it looks like they don't really know what to do at this stage, especially losing those two members, Ash and the Thatcher. And now Zofia going to get taken down as well. That's going to leave them in a little bit of a sticky situation. A 2v5 here. The attackers, yeah, they both have full health, but so does the entire defending team. Not a single hit landed on any of the defense operators right now. It's going to be Lulu and Bellum for the win, for the clutch. Let's see if they can pull it off. It's not impossible, but honestly, I'd say it's highly unlikely at this point. And that looked like a bit of a failed gridlock deployment there. And it's actually going to get a little bit of damage that gets traded out immediately from the opposite angle. And now it's down to Hibana to make a miracle happen. And I don't think it's possible. They know exactly where they are. Bellum's location is known. All these angles should be being watched here. And the little cheeky peek comes out there. Wide peek is going to get punished for it. But 10 HP, probably less for Hibana, is going to mean that this dream has to end now. With 30 seconds left on the clock, there's no chance. Yeah, that is it. There it is. So pretty simple stuff. Obviously, they knew exactly where they were. The attackers had to pull the trigger there somehow, and with 7 HP, it's just not going to work out. So, yeah, Chill and Rage are going to be able to take that round as well. It's going to be 1-2. Chill and Rage pulling themselves in the lead off of the back of the first round, going not the way they wanted to. They're going to be picking Blue and Sunrise right now. Interesting. Okay, there it is. There's the switch to Penthouse and Theater. I was just about to say. And they always seem like one step ahead of me. Just as I'm about to say something, they quickly switch it up. So, of course, we're going to be seeing the Penthouse and the Theater. Second floor, obviously, being the most players' preference when it comes to defending on this particular map. We're going to see the Maestro... No, we're going to see the Valkyrie coming out there. A lot of information gathering potential there. We've seen it work out in the past, but on Border. Let's see if the same thing happens this time around.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
Alrighty. No, I don't want to go there. There it is. Alright, so we're going to be on this side, and one of the interesting things that I've noticed here is that this window right here is often reinforced by a castle. A lot of teams like to pick castle and reinforce this particular window because it is such a crucial sort of hotspot point of contention there. So interesting to see that that's not the play. Obviously, the Jaeger ADS going to go down in that corner there, needing to deny any of that util that comes through. Obviously, that, like I said, is a hotspot window. Util's definitely going to be coming through there, so you need some sort of denial of that to be able to hold that position. We're going to see the Bandit reinforcing the main walls here, just ensuring that no one can really push them in the positions they don't want to be pushed in. And yeah, it's just Legion and the rest of the team doing their thing, getting the setup ready. So the question is, how do the attackers approach this one? Obviously, Frantic6 lost a little bit of momentum off after the first round, just dropping the next two. So they're going to be wanting to look to change that. Mozzie going to be grabbing those drones, denying that information. Now, the question is, who makes the mistake here? Chill and Rage, they have themselves the momentum, so if they can keep it going, they're going to be able to take them around, but Frantic6 want to shut this down. This could be it. Definitely spotted out. The IQ going to be spotting out the Jaeger, but the Jaeger makes it out just in time. skirting around the edges of death. He's going to get out with his life. Thatcher going to be playing right at the top here on the roof, trying to catch out any of the rotators here, but this sort of gimmick hasn't really worked out for them since the first round. The defenders did get wise to that one and start avoiding that position, avoiding rotating out in the open. Drone work going to come out to try and spot somebody out. Sophia moving right here. Could get caught out. A little bit of stray bullets going to be... The Ash... Actually, sorry, the Valkyrie going to get a bullet straight in the face. Going to get taken down by this figure 6 on less than half HP, but that's okay. It's a pretty decent trade so far. Now they have the... Oh, I was going to say they have the advantage, but the Sophia goes down, not really paying attention to the angles. The IQ in a little bit of a firefight here. Has to hold on as long as possible. The rest of the team needs to come in here and start helping the attack. The gridlock going to go down. Now, a little bit of the back foot there, but I say that, and 2 quick kills coming out for Frantic6, keeping themselves in this one. Oh, Legion goes down as well. That's going to leave the defense in a 1v3, all onto Mozzie to try and do something. It's going to be pretty difficult. 54 seconds left on the clock. There should be plenty of time to get in here and plant the bomb if needs be. Mozzie going to spot out the one. With the Thermites putting pressure... Oh, Hibana, sorry, putting pressure on the backside. The Thatcher having cleared out that line, but actually a perfect line of sight is going to get him 2, but the trade is good. That was almost a miracle play by the Mozzie. Those 2 frags just lining up absolutely perfectly. Ducky on the flank there, getting that refrag in the nick of time and saving Frantic6 and getting them the round. So it is going to be evened out 2-2. And yeah. So far, a very interesting set of rounds here from both Frantic6 and Chillin' Rage. Now, we are going to be seeing a pretty similar setup once again. Obviously, they're going to be able to pick up Kitchen for themselves. And Bandit going to be 6th picked out into Jaeger. They have the Maestro. Now, I haven't seen too much work here from the Maestro. They really need to utilize his cams to the fullest potential to really be able to get the whole value that Maestro brings. Obviously, his LMG main weapon, very, very strong. Bit of a laser beam there, and yeah, that hasn't really changed since they've looked at the weapon. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, they're going to be able to pick up Kitchen once again. And the setup looking fairly similar. They have the Mozzie Legion, got the Valkyrie for that information gathering. On the other side, we have Zofia, Hibana, Gridlock, IQ, Thatcher. So, absolutely the same thing from Frantic6 here. They seem to be quite comfortable on their respective operators, not really needing to do much changing. Looks like any of the sort of downfalls that they've been experiencing haven't really been up to the operators. Usually, operators shoot a lot more accurately than you do, and it's the rest of it's kind of your skill, as it were. Any case, let's see who comes out on top of this one. It's neck and neck right now, so nobody has the clear-cut advantage just yet. Both of the teams with 2 rounds in their name. So the question is, which team... Ooh, immediately the Maestro is going to go down. That's a huge, huge loss for the defense right now. They really needed that Maestro to stay alive as long as possible to really utilize his gadget. And going down so early is going to really create a dent in the defenses. Now, we have Frantic6 knocking on the front door and looking to get into the site as soon as possible. Ooh, very nice stuff from the Hibana there, being able to take down the Mozzie. That's another powerful pick coming out there. Mozzie's rifle usually does quite a bit of work, especially with him running around as a roamer, being able to utilize that. So that being gone as well denies a lot of information, as well as power. It's a 5v3, defenders on the back foot. Jaeger taking a little bit of fire here, has to get out of the line of sight and try and get some sort of advantage here for the team. Otherwise, the leads are just going to trickle away, and Frantic6 are going to take this one. Valkyrie right here could be able to catch somebody out. The drone isn't actually spotted. Oh, it is spotted. There it is. Meanwhile, Lulu going to go down. So at least the defense get one back. Legion right here on the cusp could have the potential to throw a huge spanner in the works. Going to be peeking out. There goes the Hibana. Lots of refrags going back and forth. But ultimately, Frantic6 going to be coming out on top of that one. Now the Legion, last one left alive for the defense. He has to play this one perfectly. There's the first one. Zofia going to go down. Now it's a 1v1 IQ versus Legion. Legion's location is known, but IQ's location is also known because of those pings. Cams are there for the defense side. IQ going to try and peek out as quickly as possible to bait something out, but not really confident. Going to switch angles up to see if they can catch the Legion out. The head just ducking down, but the flick is there, and Ducky is going to win that one. Frantic6 able to win that one just by the skin of their teeth. Just look at that quick flick over to the head as it pops out from behind the counter there. Legion just not being able to win that one. It is going to be Frantic6 with 3 against the 2 of Chillin' Rage. Oh, interesting stuff. Really energetic stuff coming out here. We're going to be seeing a castle being picked up for Chillin' Rage here, unless it gets 6th picked out, which I don't think it will. Castle can be a pretty strong pick. Obviously, we're going to be seeing that second floor hookah and billiards. And pretty standard setup from the attackers. Nothing really different there about their lineup. So what I'm going to be looking at is having a look to see how the castle is utilized in this particular setup. Alright, so it is going to be that main window that gets reinforced. No surprise there. Probably going to be seeing a little bit of ADS pop down nearby. Potentially just waste as much utility and time as possible. And the rest of the setup going to be pretty standard there. We're going to be seeing the normal rotation holes getting opened up. And of course, lines of sight as normal. Main wall is going to be reinforced around the board. And yeah, nothing too crazy in terms of setup here. Obviously, that castle going to be denying that main window. I'm interested to see if they decide to block off any other rotations. For instance, this hall. We did see it a couple of times where a castle will reinforce that, like the hallways of certain choke points. So we'll see how he decides to bring that one. I think Castle does still have 2 of his gadget remaining, so he has only used the 1 on that main window there. Oh, look at this interesting little whole lineup here from Mute. Going to be opening up a cheeky little set of lines of sight. Now, once again, let's see if Frantic6 can keep the momentum going. Actually, this video just going to pop the car for fun, and the alarm is going to go off. Figure 6, you are not allowed to steal cars. That's illegal. Yeah, you're going to get spotted out with some good drone work there coming out from Frantic6. Meanwhile, Zofia going to be peeking up from this line of sight, dropping down, getting some very quick floor control here. I like this coming out from Zofia. Very nice quick control. Is going to be spotting out that Jaeger. Doesn't manage to get any frags, though. Checking the other angle. Might get pushed. This could go either way right now. Ooh, the Jaeger is caught from all sides. Going to get taken down. And that's going to give this side of the map over to Frantic6. Zofia going to be making sure the rotate is stopped out, just in case it happens. And now Figure 6, yeah, they have full control here towards the bedroom side. Let's see how they decide to convert this control into more objectives. They are kind of slowing down a little bit here, deciding where to push and what to do, all kind of culminating here in this room. If they get caught out, this could be pretty bad, but they are going to be able to move forward. Not too much of an issue here. Lots of fire going to be going back and forth. Hibana could be here on the pinnacle. Zofia throwing out those concussions. Ooh, IQ trying to rush in and get sort of tempo advantage. There comes Zofia with the 2 frags from Frantic6. Only followed up by, I think, 1 on the defense side. It's going to be Castle taking down 1 at least. So many frags going back and forth. It's all onto the Thatcher. So few HP left from Mute, like a hair's breadth away from destruction. 1 single bullet enough to take him out. Now it's on to Cloudy to be able to make this happen for Frantic6. Slowly approaching up the hallway here. Needs to catch out the line. There's the first line of sight. Not actually going to get caught out just yet. Ooh. Just manages to get around the corner. Sort of paranoid about the flank, but nothing's coming in. Both of the members from Chill and Rage are right in the front here. And Mute just not going down for long enough. Finally gets taken down. And the second actually gets spotted. Castle gonna go down. Frantic6 clutch out the round with seconds left to spare. Cloudy just managing to get the tempo right. The rotation from Castle just getting him caught out there. So Frantic6 managed to pull ahead by a single round here, or sorry, another round here, making it 2, of course, 4-2 to be precise. But wow, that was interesting. That was something that could have really easily been around for Chill and Rage, but it ultimately did not result in that. So it's going to be 4-2 here. We're going to see a swap over, of course, in this second half. Frantic6 going to be pulling out the Jaeger, Castle, Doc, Legion, and potentially an alibi 6th picked into something? No. 6th picked into nothing. It looks like we're going to be needing to do a rehost here. So we will be back momentarily when I just rehost the game for a second. So I'm going to have to send you guys back to the BRB screen, unfortunately. While we figure out the rehost, we'll be back in a couple of seconds. Don't go anywhere. We still got some exciting stuff left to see. See you in a bit. Alrighty, there we go. So sorry for that inconvenience there, lads. We just had a little bit of technical difficulties. One of our players disconnected, had to restart his computer and restart his game. But we are back, right in the action. All the rounds have been recovered. All the bans have been recovered. We're right back into it. 4-6 here. Pick is going to be picked up. Bomb site's going to be chosen. We're back in the action, ready to do what we need to do here, hopefully. No! No! Please don't tell me I have to rehost this again. Oh no. Oh no. This is tragic. It appears that the same player who had the connection issues is now disconnected once again.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So it looks like we're gonna have to. It looks like we're gonna have to rehost this one again potentially, as that last player for Frantic6
Bomb located by attackers.
sort of changes PCs or something, gets something going. That's really unfortunate. It's never nice to see technical issues. Never nice to see those technical difficulties. It's always a pain when they come out. No one ever likes them, and they kind of just ruin everything. So hopefully we can get this sort of fixed out. I'm not too sure what the procedure is from here. If the teams just want to continue 4v5, I'm not sure that's even allowed in terms of the rules.
Defuse a bomb.
But yeah, so far the team's kind of just wanting to play this one out. I'm just gonna follow along and sort of commentate as it happens. I will be listening out to the event tournament handlers, tournament organizers, to see what they have to say about the issue and see how I should continue. But while I'm waiting for that information to come in, we're just going to be spectating here from a little bit of an up top perspective as
Bomb located by
the IQ comes into the site. The Jaeger pushing over here towards the blue bar, running out. Actually, not gonna catch. Actually, gonna catch the thermite out. So nice thing from Figure there. Kitsui gonna get in the immediate refrag though. Figure 6 having to play on their absolute peak right now. The castle gonna lose the battle. That is gonna leave Frantic6 in a 2v4. Having lost two of those players, seeing the other one make that a 2v3 now. So it is going to be the Ash and the Gridlock versus the Doc, the Legion, and all the way at the back here, we're going to see that Capital. Lulu goes down, so it is going to be the Doc. Last one left alive. Let's have a look at his perspective. Going to lose the Fight Chill and Rage, going to win the round. I'm not sure if that one is going to count so far. Like I said, I am waiting for the rest of the information to come my way. But yeah, that is the outcome. You could see it for yourself there of the round. 4-3. Rage taking that one in the unfortunate situation for Frantic6 here. Obviously, one man down. Well, now that we have a little bit of time to talk about some things, I like the Capital pick on this map. It's nice to see it coming out here. I would have expected to see it a little bit more in the previous half, but we didn't see it. But we do see it this time around. And I do think it's quite a strong pick. Capital is really great at zone control and area denial and control. You know, all four of his bolts, really, both settings of his crossbow do a lot in terms of utility, so very, very strong. And of course, his bolts don't really get taken down by the ADSs, which are super, super powerful. So, you know, of course, since Jaeger gets picked so much, it's pretty powerful to not be able to be affected by his ADSs, so that's why he's quite a strong pick, and especially on this map, he can perform really well. Doc looks like he's going to be doing a little bit of a spicy spawn peek here. Let's see if it actually pays off here. Doc holding the angle just on top of pool table, but the IQ and what looks to be Capital are playing this one a little bit slowly enough so that they're not really getting caught out. The Doc in a perfect position to catch IQ out if they make the wrong move, step in the wrong direction. So I believe what the information I'm being having fed into my ear right now is that each teams, when they play a match, each match is only allowed one single rehost. And since that rehost has been used up, the players are forced to continue with their man down while he potentially attempts to reconnect. Not too sure what's happening on that front, but we're just going to continue as normal. Looks like our player has returned. Let's see if he can manage to get himself back in the round and perhaps come in a little bit clutch. So far, we're seeing the Frantic6. Looks like they're really taking a beating here, and I'm honestly going to pitch that one down to morale right now. Their morale must have taken a heavy beating considering one of their players is lost. You never want that to happen to you. As soon as those technical issues start happening, you know, it really is a bummer. It really does take away some of that motivation. And your gameplay can really suffer because of that. So that's really, really unfortunate to see, especially considering Frantic6 was in the lead for the time being. So it really is unfortunate. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. Obviously, technical difficulties being entirely on the side of Bellum. Nothing we can really do about that. Unfortunately, it's going to be the Legion against 4 players. Make that 5 players as the Thermite gets resurrected. He's going to catch out the first one at least, waiting for somebody to flank, but the flank isn't there. Might actually get caught up on behind. Is going to happen. There's the Thermite to close that one out. So Chill and Rage are going to take that one as well. Obviously, no surprise at this stage. Unfortunately, Frantic6 really on the back foot in the last couple of rounds, not having their full 5-man players in the lobby. We do have Bellum back in, so hopefully we're not going to drop him again. Obviously, no more rehosts can come out or anything like that. So this is essentially do or die, unfortunately. So he is going to be picking up the Maestro. And we finally have all 5 members of Frantic6 here once again. It is 4v4 though, 4 rounds to 4. So Frantic6, if they want to keep their lead, if they want to be able to take this map, take the win, they are going to have to push hard on this one. They're going to have to reset their mental, reset their heads, get back into that space, get back into the competitive space, and just really, really juice up their hype right now, get themselves back in the game, get that mental strong. It has a lot to do with player synergy in the IGL. If you can manage to get that going, that'd be great. Otherwise, Chill and Rage, unfortunately, with the momentum that they built up, might just be able to take this one for themselves. So, yeah, with that unfortunate situation hopefully fully behind us now, we are going to be able to see that kitchen defense once again coming out from Frantic6. Chill and Rage going to be picking themselves up that Capital, super strong. They're going to be picking up Ash, Thermite, IQ, and Gridlock. So no Thatcher or anything like that. No Hibana either, which is surprising. But of course, they're going to be picking up the Thatcher instead of the Hibana. In my opinion, Hibana a lot stronger on this map. But with that being said, you can, if you prefer, take the Thermite. Not really too much of an issue. On the defense side, we are going to be seeing the Jaeger, the Castle, the Legion, the Doc, and the Maestro. Pretty powerful picks if you use them correctly. You're going to be seeing the Castle doing a lot of zone control, area denial here, or stop the rotations from the attackers coming through. You see some good drone work coming out here for Chill and Rage, ready to keep their momentum building. Right now, the Legion once again playing in this position. Not going to be finding anyone just yet. The Maestro, the only one left here holding this long angle. Might have seen somebody, but decides to rotate off to the window, having heard someone there, but doesn't actually clear the window either. Maestro being split between 2 spots here. Meanwhile, the Jaeger and the Doc are going to go down. Ash does get refragged, so at least there is one trade. But once again, Frantic6 man down, sorry, and advantage goes over to Chill and Rage. It's a 2v4, and Castle and Legion finding themselves in a really sticky situation. A lot of stuff going back and forth, though. Cloudy and Lulu very low HP against Cobras and Coach, who are on full HP right now. This is everything. If Frantic6 can win this one, I would say their morale would be boosted. I would say they have a chance to get back into this one and win it. Castle clearing these angles, but Lulu going to be going down there, unfortunately, and things are really not working out the way they want to. It's a 1v2, and Castle has to do everything here, and it's just not going to happen. Chill and Rage going to take that one out, riding off of the back of that momentum that they built up in the last two equalizing rounds there, while Frantic6, sorry, was struggling. So it is going to be the 5th round on the board for Chill and Rage. 4-5 is the scoreline. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I'm still kind of reeling, and I'm still kind of sad from what we had to go through there with Bellum not having that connection. Unfortunately, you know, it is a little bit of that South African spiciness coming in there. Technical difficulties and internet problems, computer problems are pretty much commonplace. I'm sure we've all felt it. I know I have. I hate it so much. It really frustrates me, and honestly, I would not be surprised here if Figure6 just take a step back out of this one. They really shouldn't feel too bad about themselves if they do end up losing this against Chill and Rage. I think Frantic6 played really, really well. They were on a really good foot in the first bit there. They were 2 rounds ahead. They had things going for them. The momentum was good. Things were looking good for them, so I really don't think they should be discouraged if they do lose this one. They played really well. And yeah, just better luck next time. You know, hopefully no technical issues come through for them the next time they decide to play. And yeah, they'll be able to just continue that good performance that we see coming from them. We are going to be seeing Frantic6 pick up the mute, or sorry, the Mozzie and the smoke. No mute to see on that side. The Jaeger, of course, the Maestro and the Legion. Pretty standard for them on this defense side here. Meanwhile, on the other side, pretty standard setup there as well. Capital, Ash, Thermite, IQ, and Gridlock. I see Gridlock coming out quite a lot here. A little bit of that area denial, area control. You know, Capital and Gridlock are very, very good at that. So definitely, I can see why those two would be a powerful pick in tandem with one another. A little bit of droning going to be coming out as Chill and Rage decide how they want to approach the... A lot of them moving up towards the roof. Ooh, Thermite going to be popping straight into the 2nd floor here. Meanwhile, on the other side, Capital going to get caught out there trying to push through the balcony area. Capital and IQ having gone down now. Frantic6 looking to get themselves back into this game, back with that momentum. A good foot forward to shut down a Chill and Rage and get themselves back into this one. It's a 5v3. Chill and Rage find themselves on the back foot. Ooh, brilliant Nitro charge there. Going to be taking down Red's. Coach on a drop as well. And there it goes. The Thermite. A flawless round for Frantic6. And they take this one back with a vengeance. Just to prove to themselves they can do it. They realize why they were in the lead in the beginning. They remind themselves of that. They get that mental going once again. Hopefully they can keep it going as they equalize things 5-5. Not ready to lose this one just yet. Make sure that they have a fighting chance in this one. It's going to be 5-5. It's Frantic6. They're going to be picking up the mirror. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets... 6th pick? No, they're going to be able to keep it, it looks like. A very powerful operator. Most of the time you see that mirror getting banned, and for good reason. She's quite a powerful operator, and generally, competitively speaking, people don't really like to deal with her. She offers a lot of zone control, a lot of pressure, even when she doesn't stand behind her mirrors. Obviously, you can't see through the mirrors, so she can provide a lot of pressure even when she isn't there, so... Interested to see how the mirror is employed going forward into this one. It is going to be that kitchen defense coming out for Frantic6. Doc, Mira, Legion, Castle, and Jaeger. I really like this setup. I honestly am a big fan of this setup. I like it when teams decide to use Castle. I think he's a very underrated pick and should certainly be looked at a bit more in competitive play. So I like this setup coming out from Frantic6 here. Of course, we're going to be seeing a pretty standard setup from Chillin' Rage. Aside from the Buck, we are going to be seeing him picked up for Chillin' Rage to perhaps throw a little bit more of a different spanner in the works, hopefully, potentially, for them. A nice little hold gun coming out here. See, that is the power of the mirror window, obviously. She's not the only one who can use that gadget. You can see the Doc here playing around that mirror window. Anyone who's playing around this window can use it. And that is the power of the mirror gadget, as it is. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how this pans out. Obviously, it is 5-5, so anything could happen right now, but I think that Frantic6 have a good chance of bringing this one back into their favor. A missed nitrous cell is going to be disappointing here. Drone is going to be denied. The castle has gone down early, which is not a good sign, but at least his utility has been used, so his life was not for naught. Meanwhile, the IQ and the Buck going to be immediately going down. Figure 6 putting his foot down and saying, "Not today. You shall not pass. Not this time." We are going to be seeing a little bit of fire going in. The attacker's not really sure where to pull the trigger. Thermite going to be moving straight in. You're going to get caught out. Going to get taken a lot of damage. 25 HP. Has to try and win some sort of fight here. It does retreat in the nick of time. Does stay alive for the time being. But actually, the perfect hold they're coming out for Mira. Ducky is going to be able to take that one down. And now it's a 2v4. And Frantic6, they're getting themselves back in this one. The great headshot coming out for Cobras there on the Capital is going to get them a little bit back in their favor here. It's 2v3. This is entirely doable for both teams right now. Any team could win this one. Any player could step up right now, and anything can happen. We're going to be seeing that Capital pushing in right at the bottom here. A little bit of pre-fire coming out to try and dissuade the pushes. Ooh, a nice bolt could potentially deny some mirror window, but the rotate is going to come through towards the main entrance. Let's see if he gets caught out here. I'm not too sure if anyone's holding this position. There is the mirror window there, so Dart's going to try and push them off of that angle. Smoke going to come out to try and stop anyone. Ooh, almost gets peeked there. Red's going to take one. It's a 2v2 now. Things getting equalized. The frags are coming left and right, but it's now Capital against the world. The pistol is actually going to be able to take down the Jaeger to 1v1. Oh, and the patience plays off. That was brilliantly played. So perfect. Look at Cobras here. He could have pushed out aggressively. Decides to just play. Perfect patience coming out there. Really, really well deserved there. Coming out from the Capital. Clutches out the round. And takes the round for Chillin' Rage. So that's going to be 5-6 now. Unfortunate, but that is what it is. Really, really well played from Cobras there. Honestly, one of the more sound clutches that I've seen in my days so far. Very, very nice to watch there. We're going to be seeing a Vigil getting picked up here for figures for Frantic6. Onto Cloudy. Interesting to see if they keep this one or 6th pick it away. Not too sure what the decision is here. Could be an interesting play if they decide to keep it. It does look like that's going to be the case, so I'm interested to see how they employ this Vigil. It's going to be that kitchen defense once again. The rest of the operators pretty standard. They're going to have that Legion, the Jaeger, and the Doc, and the Mozzie. But I'm interested to see if this Vigil comes out. Obviously, he's a notorious spawn peeker and very good at kind of just running around and doing whatever he wants without getting scouted out by those drones. And that is pretty much the crux of his power. Meanwhile, on the other side, we are going to be seeing a little bit of a switch up here. The Zofia gets picked, the IQ, the Ash, the Capital kind of standard, but the Twitch also getting picked up here. Very interesting choice. I wonder why they decided to do that. Maybe they decide to deny a little bit of that, the gadgets coming out from the defense. Obviously, there is no mirror here, so Twitch isn't going to be able to take down any mirror windows, which might have been the thought process behind picking up the Twitch. Regardless of that, though, let's have a look at Vigil here and see if any sort of potential is cashed in on here. Vigil just running, kind of sitting here on the other side, waiting for something to happen and potentially catch out some attackers who don't give the right respect over. Pretty standard setup here so far, nothing too crazy. The main doorway going to be put a little bit of pressure on here. Ooh, a little bit of a run out here for, it looks like, Jaeger, and actually that's going to come back to bite him. Twitch gonna get taken down though, so the refrag is at least there. It's a 1-for-1, making it a 4v4 right now for both the teams. Once again, this could swing pretty much any way right now. Oh, the Doc almost catching somebody out there towards the main doorway. Actually, a little bit of vertical play coming in as well, putting pressure from above. Doc having to worry about so many different angles, and the drone. It's going to be difficult. Does Doc have the mind to be able to handle all the threats coming in from all the sides? Ash is right here. Spots out the legs of Legion, but Legion manages to just skirt away with his life so far. The ping is good though. Not too sure if Legion... He is aware that there's somebody above him, so that's not too much of an issue. Vigil could come in pretty clutch here. Sitting up on the second floor, could catch the attackers out. They're all looking downwards. If Vigil decides to push, this could be huge, but he's just holding this angle for some reason. Not too sure what the call is there, but if he pushes there, this could be big, and actually he's going to be able to catch out the one. There's the first one going down. IQ getting fragged away. The Vigil doing some good work here. Actually, look at a bit of a crouch game coming out from Ash to make sure she doesn't get spotted from across the way. Meanwhile, on the other side, Capitar taking a little bit of damage there. Trying to fall back and hold this angle. Vigil as well, holding the angle, peeking up. Oh, just doesn't manage to do it. The Ash taking him down. Now it's a 3v3. Entirely doable for any of these teams right now. Once again, so close. But first, it's going to be Bellum going down. And next, it's going to be almost the fuser starts to go down. We see Ash just holding off passively here. Ducky and Lulu need to make something happen. Lulu pulls the first trigger. It's a 2v2, really low HP for both of the attackers here. But the bomb is down and Lulu is down as well. It's all onto Ducky and he's going to get taken down immediately. No holds barred there. Chillin' Rage are going to be able to take that one in the end. So GG to them. Honestly, really well played. They clutched out some really good rounds. Unfortunately, Frantic6, yeah, really unfortunate situation for them. Honestly, really well played to them. I have to give props to Frantic6. Honestly, a situation like that could really be demoralizing, really demotivating, and to be able to get back into that one, to be able to play at your best again, to be able to just reset yourself mentally as best as you can and just play as well as they did, really deserve props there for what they did. And of course, the GGs going over to Chillin' Rage for being able to take that one. And yeah, they're going to be able to move on to the finals of this Saturday night siege. Your Frantic6eSports, so really well played from all the teams there. Good stuff coming out, and yeah, so thank you. Oh, sorry about this. Thank you so much for pitching up and watching this semi-finals. We're going to be live with the finals soon over on Stream A, if I'm not mistaken, so I can catch you guys there if you're going to drop over there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Drop a like on this video if you or on the stream video, whatever, if you enjoyed it and you want to see more Saturday Night Siege. And yeah, go hit up African R6 League on the socials. And of course, you can go follow me at Patchwork Fennec on my Twitter, on Instagram, on my Twitch channel as well. If you want to see, I catch my streams sometimes. I stream random gameplay of stuff. And I also do some casting over there for certain tournaments. So you can go check me out. And yeah, I'll see you guys over on Stream A. Cheers.